This is Google SketchUp Part 3. We're going to build a house. Google SketchUp, as a reminder, is a free 3D modeling program when you can just use your imagination and create just about anything you want. This is going to be a quick and easy house. It'll be done in a couple of different parts because, as promised, all of my lessons are micro lessons. Less than 10 minutes, usually less than 7 minutes if possible, so that you'll have enough information to go out and practice, then come back and do more. Okay? Baby steps, little bites. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go from my select tool to my rectangle tool, and I'm going to leave my little avatar here, my little faceless man, because he's going to be inside my house. And I'm going to click and draw a box, which is going to be the base of the house. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to use the push-pull tool as we demonstrated in earlier lessons. And it's going to look like I'm encasing this poor little guy in concrete. I'm clicking on the surface here, holding my mouse button down, and I'm pushing my mouse button up to make the box appear above his head. Okay, we're getting a good start there. Let's make sure he's safe and sound inside. I'm going to use my orbit tool, roll this thing around, and I'm going to draw myself a little door here. And here's my rectangle tool again. I'm going to start down on the button. Now, I don't want to start here. I'm not on the face. I want to go down on the edge. And I'm going to click, draw a line, draw a line, maybe a little higher there. I think that'll work. Now, there are a couple of different ways you can do this. I'll demonstrate the second way with a window over here we're going to do. You can take just your select tool, click here, and then hit your delete key. And there it is. Except as I orbit around, you'll see that that's just like there's no depth to that doorway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the edit tool, and I'm going to undo the erase. And I'm going to use the push-pull tool here, and I'm just going to use the push-pull tool just a tiny. I don't want to go like this. That's too much. Just a tiny bit like this. Now I'm going to go and use my eraser tool, which we haven't used yet. And I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to put the little circle on the eraser, which is the only part that's active, right down on this bottom line of the door, and I'm going to click it, and now you'll see it's gone. The opening's there. It looks like it's not too much different. Look what happens when we move this around. See, now there's a little edge here, like you would have in a real building. See that? And we can see our little man is safe and sound inside. Okay, now the other way to do this, and again, I've made my building a little longer than I probably should have. I'm going to use my pan tool. That's a little grabby hand, and move it over here a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to put a couple of windows in here. I'll do a round one and a rectangular one. So I'll start with a round one. Very modern styling here. I'm going to click in the center on the face, hold my mouse button down, move my mouse out from the center, let it go, and there's my circular line there. And I'm now going to go to my select tool, click inside the circle, use my delete key, and now as I orbit around, you'll see that, yeah, you can see right through that, but there's no depth. See the difference between the edge here and there? So you can do it either way, but I'm just showing you there's options, okay? And I'm going to go around here to the other side because there's a very interesting thing that happens with these little 2D avatars. Now my building, as I turn it around and change the camera, you'll see it got very large. So I'm going to use my zoom tool to zoom out. I'm going to click on the zoom tool, and you can either use your scroll wheel on your mouse and just scroll down, or you can move your mouse down and it'll get smaller. Okay, either one will work. Now I'm going to make a rectangular window here, kind of a large picture window. This is going to be more like a cabin, I think, than anything. And I am, well, you know, I don't like the shape of that. I think that's too low for a window. So I'm going to do this. Don't be afraid to do the undo. It's Alt plus backspace is your keyboard shortcut. I just click on Edit, Undo Rectangle. Now I'm going to do it again. I didn't like that one. I'm going to do it again. Here we go. A little higher. Yeah, I think that's what I want. Because we're going to want to see our little avatar. And something very interesting is going to happen here. Now this one I'll give a little depth again. So I'm going to click on the push-pull. Click in just a tiny little bit on the edge there. Come on, don't do too much. I went the wrong way. Come on, be good to me. Well, I guess it's not going to behave itself for me today, so I'm just going to click on it and use my delete key. There it is. Okay, now as I move it around, you notice he's facing me here. Look at that. Oh, I have an edge there. Yeah, okay. There's the edge of the doorway. Okay, and I can see the window. And if I move this around, you can see the horizon is still in here. So you can literally see all the way through your building. I'm looking out the front door from the side window. But look, he's facing me now. Look at this. Let's move around here. Wait, he's turning. Wait, something weird is happening. He's turning around. Wait. Now, I know he's facing out this window. So that he's going to be, I'm going to be looking at his side view now. Aren't I when I go around here? Watch. He's still facing me. I don't know. That's pretty creepy. But that's the way it works. All right, let's not take too much time with that. We want to put a roof on this house. Because, again, these are micro lessons. Less than 10 minutes. There are a couple of different ways you can do this. In the earlier versions, they showed you a different way. But I think the way I'm going to show you now is easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my orbit tool. And I'm just going to do a little bit more on the top here. I want to see the top of this building. And now that looks more like a fallout shelter, a bunker or something. That's not what we want. So I'm going to get my line tool, the little pencil here, and I'm going to click on the face back here. And oh, you see where it said midpoint? That's exactly what I'm looking for. On edge would work, but it's not going to make a good roof. Midpoint, that's what I want. Click, pull a line. You see I'm on the green axis there? Which means I'm in line here with this whole thing. That's what I want. If I go over here, well, I'll do it wrong to show you what happens. If you think you're doing it correctly, and I've got a little move tool right here. This is one of the tools we haven't used yet. And I'm going to click here, and it won't even let me do it. You see that? Yeah, that didn't work. So I'm going to go back to my edit, undo the move, edit, undo the move, edit, undo draw line. And now I'm going to start that draw line again. I'll show you the correct way to do it. I want the midpoint. On edge, midpoint. That's what I want. Draw the line. And I'm looking for midpoint on this side. Yeah, there it is, midpoint. That's what I want. Now when I use the move tool will actually work for me. I'm going right in the middle here. And I'm going to click on it. Now watch what happens. I'm going to move my mouse. I'm holding the mouse button down. I'm going to move my mouse button up. And look at that. Is that cool or what? All right, I like it. Use the little camera tool here. Yeah, there I have a roof. Let's take a look inside. Look at that. Oh, amazing. That's all you have to do. And as I go around from the other side, remember, as you turn things around, they can tend to get very close to you. Look, I look like I lost everything. I'm going to use the zoom tool. Zoom out. Use the pan tool to move it. There we go. I'll go around to the back of the building with the orbit tool again. Pan tool, move it over. Zoom tool. Down on the scroll wheel. Okay. Pan tool. Let me add a window back here. Well, you know what I'll do here? Yeah, I think I'll add one more window. I'll do a round window. Here we go. Little circle. And then the select tool. And then the delete tool. A couple of simple things here. If I think you might be able to see him from this side too. Let me orbit around. Where is he? There he is, and he's still looking at me. Look at that. No matter where he is, he's looking at me. You can't trick this little guy. There he is. So now we've got a door, 3 windows, and a roof. Next lesson, we're going to put some siding here. I think we can use some brick and put some roof shingle on the top. Yeah, we're just getting started. This is Google SketchUp Part 3, The House. Hope that was helpful.